From the bitter, jaded, and disgruntled World of Warcraft community.
Wait a second! Each of those words means the same exact thing!
Okay, Mr. Webster, moving right along. By unpopular demand, here's today's topic. Swifty exposes viewers to porn during Legion beta key giveaway. Oh my god. Swifty had someone from his stream, a follower, pick from their Twitter pics for the contest, and he went on their Twitter page where porn was and exposed it on the stream. Apparently, a male's penis was exposed on the stream and other things. Wow. Now, people are wanting Blizzard to own up for this. There's an official thread on the World of Warcraft forums, linked in the description. And then the originator of this post edited his post with this, which I think is very significant. And now Swifty was discovered to have been selling the keys, ? Nice one, Blizzard. This is why you should have took full responsibility over this instead of handing it over to a poorly moderated third-party source. And now we're going to take a look at the keyboard fumblings of pissed off former WoW players, part-time trolls, and die-hard fanboys. Here we go. From the world of Denise the Vindictive, who resides in Stranglethorn Vale, clearly you should be hanged. This is probably coming from someone who's watched way too much of CIS or resides to the Mad King School of Justice, aka Game of Thrones. Kill them all, burn them all, hang them all. Hey, this is what the people are saying. This isn't what I'm saying. From the world of Daniel the Jaded, what a bunch of bullshit. This is why them being so buddy-buddy with streamers is a bad idea. Let Blizz, MMO, and Wowhead only do these kind of things. Fuck the rest. Well, I think it makes a lot of sense for Blizzard to reach out to streamers. I also think they should be reaching out to YouTubers that have a certain amount of subs, both Twitch and YouTube. Certain amount of subs makes a lot of sense. They indirectly promote the game, and Blizzard should start indirectly promoting them. However, Blizzard should also give them guidelines for these contests, the same kind of guidelines that I'm sure Wowhead as well as MMO Champion have, because they certainly don't charge people or don't make people do anything that requires a payment or money. From the world of Rachel the Curious, who resides in TERRENCE, I have been watching that VOD, I think she means vid, for 1 hour already, but haven't seen any dong. Does anyone know when it attacks? The attack of the killer dongs. I wonder if they march erect. Anyway, the fact he picked subscribers first simply makes sense. He didn't sell the keys. Yes, it does make sense, but if you look at the code or the terms of service of any given media source out there, whether it be radio, TV, Twitch, YouTube, no purchase necessary. That's in the TOS, and he basically violated it. Now, it's not something that is enforced very regularly, and what he did is very commonplace both on YouTube and Twitch. Nevertheless, it's most definitely fucking wrong. Also, I might add, when MMO Champion or even Wowhead do a contest like this, of which they did do a contest like this, did you have to donate money? Did you have to pay any money to be part of the subscription? Did you have to subscribe, which is hence paying money? No, you didn't. It was wrong. From the world of Stephen the Vehement, who resides in Desolus, Swifty has been streaming for how long? And he still hasn't learned to open images off screen. Maybe he has a learning disability, who knows? Kinda sad that someone so dumb gets paid so well. Well, welcome to America. You have a valid point. The guy's got a lot of experience. He's been streaming for a very long time. There is a delay. Could be anywhere from 2 seconds, 4 seconds. I don't know exactly what it is, but it is something that's now currently adjustable. So as soon as he saw it, he could have killed the broadcast. The fact of the matter is, if you've watched Swifty stream or you've watched his videos on occasion or over the years, the reality is it's pretty much geared towards kids, and his language is relatively clean. The topics he dredges up are relatively clean. This is clearly an accidental, incidental kind of thing, and more the exception of the norm as to who Swifty is. From the world of Penny the Open-Minded, who resides in Searing Gorge, the nudity doesn't bug me, but using donations to give away keys unless okayed by Blizzard is sleazy as hell though. those were meant for the event. Well, I don't think Blizzard gave the okay for this because they've been doing contests of beta giveaways like this for many years with entities like MMO Champion, even WoW Insider when it was not a defunct entity, and also they've done it with MMO Champion, Wowhead, and reality is they've never had a problem. It's always been random. You didn't have to pay money to get involved with it, and there was never any preferential treatment, never even any question of preferential treatment until they gave it to streamers. And Swifty isn't the only one guilty of this. A few others are as well, and I think it's absolutely appalling, and they owe people an apology. From the world of Billy the Doubtful, who resides in a place called Derodar, yeah, looks like when people donated and said, look at mine, he gave that president's. What a tool. But then again, someone willing to donate probably took a little more time on average on the screenshot too. Fucking sketchy though. I don't understand that logic about how someone who is a sub is going to take more time than someone who isn't a sub. I would think it's reversed because I would think the guy who's not a sub would have to go above and beyond. But that's just my thought process. Maybe I'm missing something here. I don't quite get it. But I agree. This is very, very sketchy. And apparently this is going to go away. And there's not going to be any repercussions. And that's pretty fucking pathetic. From the world of Michael the Candid, who resides in the Wetlands, I'd say that's Twitch's responsibility, at least in terms of what they can do. Blizzard may get, at least PR-wise, stained because of this. Porn isn't really something that's supposed to be on Twitch. Then again, some stuff on Twitch isn't gaming related, and it's on there, /shrug. Truth be told, there have been people that have been banned for less. There have been people that have been banned for more. There are people that flash dick pics. There are people that flash boobs. There are people that flash vaginas, aka Legendary Lena. Oh, but she accidentally did that. The reality is, and I could be wrong, but I don't think Twisty has a history of this sort of thing. This is more the exception than the norm for Swifty, and the reality is his stuff is pretty much G-rated content anyway. I think it's clearly an accident. I think it's clearly just something incidental. Yeah, it could have been prevented. It should have been prevented, but the fact is people make mistakes. As far as the other thing, well, he didn't talk about that. He's talking about the penis pictures, so whatever. From the world of Cindy the Sarcastic, who resides in Feralus, oh no, a penis. I'm sure he doesn't have one between his own legs. Let's stir up drama over nothing. Well, I'm pretty sure this person definitely doesn't have any kids. I don't have any children either, but the reality is I do have 2 young nieces, and if I happen to be watching Swifty's stream when this occurred, I would be in a world of hurt from my sister. And it's not an appropriate thing for a young-aged child to see. That's the truth. We all know it. Let's have a sense of decency here. But also, over time, cooler heads would prevail, and we'd realize that with Swifty, given the fact that he's a big man-child who gears his act towards kids, it's clean, pretty much curse-free, doesn't bring up any promiscuous or nasty topics. It's not, this is more the exception than the norm with Twisty. And the bottom line is, I think this was purely accidental. Now, the fact that he was giving preferential treatment to subs, or he was basically taking donations for the key, that's despicable. From the world of Peter the Spontaneous, who resides in Duskwood, it's obvious that very little thought went into planning this event. Streamers have been opening up screenshots on screen all day to show off the creative screenshots, and it was only a matter of time until something like this happened. Well said, I agree. No planning went into this whatsoever on anyone's end. Not on Blizzard's end, not on the streamer's end. They just did the Forrest Gump, stupid is as stupid does, and just did something stupid. Blizzard is at fault to some extent, because the reality is that Blizzard showed favoritism to streamers here, and they showed favoritism across the board, and they'll deny it. They will deny it. But then again, I could say, hey, I'm the first guy to ever be on Jupiter, and I'd be lying, just like Blizzard often lies. So it's Blizzard's fault in a sense for not setting guidelines, for not setting standards, and I'm pretty sure that they didn't. All you needed to do was throw out a bullet point, don't do this, don't do that, blah, blah, blah. That's it. I doubt Blizzard even did that. That's why they're at fault to some extent. From the world of Belinda the Obvious, who resides in Dunmoreau, if he opened it on stream, there's no question, he did open it on stream. It's not a question, that's not an if, he did. I hope Twitch bans him for showing pornographic images, laughing my ass off. Honestly, though, it wasn't his fault or Blizzard's fault. The only thing Swifty is douchey for is giving the keys away to donators. In caps, that's not what the event was for. It's not a question of if he did this, open the dick pic. No, he did do it. Also, he's got enough experience to know that he should open stuff off stream, or he should kill the stream and maybe avoid this with this delay. The bottom line, though, is that a lot of people do this sort of thing and don't get caught. The only reason why Swifty got caught is because he has a lot of exposure, no pun intended. And the fact of the matter is, something should be done, because if he gets away with it, others will say, well, hey, I could get away with it too. And that's just wrong. From the world of Samantha the Just, who resides in the Ghostlands. I feel like this is where Blizzard should have laid down some ground rules. Like, seriously. What do they expect from people actually making a living off of their followers? Obviously, if he broke some rules with that, he should get punished. Here's the deal. It's pretty obvious Blizzard didn't set ground rules, which is a major mistake on Blizzard's part. Matter of fact, it's an elementary, incredibly stupid mistake. Also, it's Twitch's responsibility to reprimand Swifty if they decide to do so. But here's the bottom line. Did Swifty break the terms of service of Twitch? Absolutely. Matter of fact, you can look at the terms of service of Twitch in the description. It's linked there. But the bottom line is, Swifty isn't the only one that breaks this on a daily basis when it comes to contests and giveaways. A lot of people do, and it's just not something that's enforced. But since Swifty is someone with a lot of exposure, they'll say, well, hey, Swifty got away with it, why can't I get away with it? And that's where there becomes a problem, and why basically Twitch should step in and do something. Is it really Blizzard's fault here? Yeah, it's their fault they didn't set guidelines or standards. And believe me, if anybody hates Blizzard more than me, that person does not exist, okay? Did I say that out loud? Yeah, that person does not exist. I don't think Blizzard's that much at fault, but they should have laid down the rules and guidelines. I said that before. From the world of Mary the Comical, who resides in Storm Peaks. To be honest, Blizzard should make some sort of statement regarding this disaster of an event, be it in an apology or whatever. It would just be nice to know that they acknowledge what a mess this has been between the reports of donations for beta keys, Tower Lee ranting about the community, or Swifty's dick pic. It wasn't Swifty's dick, it was somebody else's. It's just been a complete and utter mess from start to finish. Yeah, it'd be nice if Blizzard piped in. It's not exactly Blizzard's fault, but the reality is anything that comes out of Blizzard's mouth essentially is a lie or an exaggeration, or just basically, let me put this nicely, they fucking lie all the time. So I don't even want to hear from Blizzard, because it's just going to be bullshit. So let's just let this float away and go away. I think some people should be reprimanded, but not very harshly. But those are just my thoughts. What are your thoughts? From the world of Gary the Swinger, who resides in Shadow Moon Valley, it's okay, OP, meaning the originator of the post. We don't condone anyone. Just admit that the picture of the penis made you have doubts about your own sexuality. Of course, we had to have someone like this pipe in about this and hit it right where it hurts. Yeah, interesting analysis, probably not true, somewhat funny. The bottom line is, you see how much trouble the penis often gets people into. From the world of Tiffany the Truthful, who resides in Fellwood, what really happened, and I don't really like Swifty to begin with, she just had to toss that in there. Swifty scrolled through a submission with a hashtag intended for the contest that had porn. As much as it sucks for the people who were watching with their kids, it's ridiculous to go full pitchfork mob holding Blizzard accountable because of something someone did that happened to show up on a stream that Blizzard promoted. Could the streamer have been more careful? Yes. As far as giving away the keys to subscribers, yeah. With or without Blizzard's consent, douche maneuver. I understand where you're coming from, like, gee, just because it has the appropriate hashtag doesn't mean it's not going to be porn. We live in a weird world. We know people love to troll, especially big targets like Swifty. And yes, it does suck that someone was watching this with their kids. Should we go full pitchfork mob on Blizzard and hold them accountable? Listen, If anyone hates Blizzard more than me, that person doesn't exist. No one hates Blizzard more than I do. That is a fact. Did I say that out loud? And yeah, Blizzard clearly showed favoritism to streamers, and they let streamers do whatever they wanted to do because they didn't provide guidelines. And there's no way that Blizzard would have wanted them to turn around and say, okay, make people subscribe to your Twitch channel. Make people give donations in order to get or be a part of the Legion beta giveaway. No, that's not part of the deal. That's against any media entity's rules. Blizzard doesn't endorse that. They don't endorse that with Wowhead. They don't endorse that with MMO Champion. The bottom line is they should have given guidelines to the streamers, but they didn't. From the world of Penelope, the lecturer who resides in the Jade Forest, that's what happens when you treat a beta test like it's a special club. And I have to wholeheartedly agree. This whole beta thing is clearly based on preferential treatment from Blizzard. Hey, I would have loved to gotten into the beta, not because I really want to play the game, but because I know it will help advance and further my channel. But I can't get into beta because Blizzard fucking hates me. I have no idea why, but it is a known fact that Blizzard hates me. And you know what? I would suck Blizzard's dick just like anyone else in order to get into the beta or get preferential treatment, but the main problem is their dick is constantly up my ass. So, yeah, it is a special club. Yeah, this is what happens when you have a special club. I believe it was Woody Allen who said, I don't want to be a part of a club that'll take me in. From the world of Nancy the Sensible, even though Swifty definitely could have prevented it by opening links off stream like any non-moron streamer should, it is not Blizzard or Swifty's fault here, which I kind of sort of maybe agree with. People should not be letting their children on the internet, especially not on live events, knowing full well that this can happen. Same thing happens with live TV broadcasts. You know, a random guy could run in front of the camera nude. Is that their fault? Nope. You know the risk of watching something live. It was an absolute shit contest, and I really don't care for Swifty as a player, streamer at all, but it was the parents' fault in this case. I think you dredge up a few points here, but the reality is, according to FCC, whether you're on TV or radio, there usually is a delay of 3 to 5 seconds, much like there is on Twitch, and this sort of thing can be prevented, and you could kill the broadcast, and you are still held accountable. So if you have a guest on your radio show and they use the word fuck, guess what? You're screwed. I can do it, but on radio? No, you can't. FCC regulations. From the world of Henry the Honest, who resides in Westfall, WoW is so bad that people would rather be talking about this bullshit on the forums than play it. No one has spoken greater truth than good old Henry. This is where you get the dollar-wise, the greatest value for truth from good old Henry, because he's got a valid point. People are storming to want to play the Legion beta because anything is better than Warlords of Drain all the fun. That's a big reason why there's such a demand for the beta key, and Blizzard kind of likes this, creating demand because it creates hype. Let's see if they deliver. From the world of Eddie the Dauntless, who resides in Howling Forge, the sad thing is people expect Blizzard to do something about this. The most Blizzard should do is a PR apology and fire Swifty from doing this kind of thing in the future. Same any company would. It isn't in any way Blizzard's fault for what happened, it's Swifty's fault. Well, I don't think the porn dick pic is really Swifty's fault entirely. The giving and showing of preferential treatment to subs or donators in order to get Legion tickets, beta tickets, that's really, really wrong. Yeah, that's where Swifty's at fault. I don't think Blizzard's even going to say anything. I don't even think Blizzard is going to say anything. And the bottom line is, I don't think Swifty's out there apologizing very quickly. He's not tripping over himself to do anything to that effect. Maybe he did it on a stream when the incident occurred, knowing it was wrong. I don't know for a fact. But yeah, I think somebody should apologize, but I don't think it's actually going to happen. From the world of Terrence the Witty, who resides in the Barrens, This is like watching a train crash into an orphanage. Well said, and I kind of agree. Yes, there are two underlying issues here. There's the whole dick pic thing, which is clearly accidental, and there's the whole let's give stuff away to people who donate me money and are subscribed to me. I'm not going to go into details about how I really feel about this. I've been trolling a little bit here, having a lot of fun with this, kind of flickering both on both sides of things. If you guys really want to know what I think, leave it in the comments. Ask me a question. I'm the kind of guy that responds to comments consistently simply because I feel if you guys can take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, watch a video, I can take 10, 20 seconds to respond to a comment. This is Luxeley saying whatever it is by you, morning, afternoon, or night, make it epic. Have a great one, people. Thanks for watching.